So now that we've talked about what a class is, let's define an object kind of in terms of a class. So what is an object? The simple definition is it is an instance of a class. And what I mean by an instance is if a class is a blueprint, an object is a house. It's a thing that you build with the blueprint. If a class is a cookie cutter, an object is the cookie. So if you think about it that way, the class kind of set these parameters. With our printer example, the class was a printer. The object is a very specific printer. It is your printer that is in your house, sitting on your desk with the model number, a serial number, all of these attributes. It's no longer this intangible thing. A class is intangible. An object is a real thing. It's an instance of a class. It was made by the blueprint, the mold that the class provided you. So another way to think about this is a purchase in a store. Now, if you went to a store and you said, I want some candy, well, that's not an object. Not candy. Candy is a class. If you just said, I want candy, the person selling the candy might say, you need to be more specific than that. I want a specific type of candy. Well, that's still not even good enough of a definition. That's still a class because you might have this idea of, I want a candy bar or I want a Hershey's bar. You can't buy this concept. You can't just buy candy or you can't just buy a Hershey's bar. You have to buy a specific actual candy bar. So if you're really going to the store to buy candy, you'd pick up a candy bar, you'd put that on the counter and you'd buy that, and that is an object. And so when you think about it that way, that's how you can really separate a class from an object. A class is the idea. An object is the actual real thing. And when we're talking in code, it becomes a little more blurry because, of course, everything is in memory. But the real way to think about it is you can kind of run through that test and say, is this thing something specific, an exact, one-of-a-kind, unique thing, an instance, or is it this general idea? Class is a general idea, an object is a real thing.